everybody, and welcome back to Beautytainment Podcast. I'm your host, Claudia. You can find me at Vanidosa Beauty, and this is Mr. Round.
You can find me at Lee Boy Savage. You already know. Oh, yeah, brother.
Oh, yeah, brother.
So,
first of all, happy holidays, right?
if you listen to this, you're listening too late. It's recorded after holidays, but we want to make sure to tell you guys happy holidays and hope your New Year's was good.
So New Year's and Christmas, we had an awesome one. We didn't do shit.
No, we're being lazy as shit.
I think for New Year's, oh my God. Okay, so quick story. I hate doing laundry, right? So I let it piled up so much that I literally, what was it? New Year's Eve and New Year's Day, I did eight, right? It was like eight washes or
I don't
eight
know.
loads.
I don't know.
8 loads of laundry. I got it done, guys. But that's basically what our New Year consisted of.
Shit, I was sleeping.
I
was
know.
knocked the fuck out.
I tried to wake him up like 5 minutes before, right before midnight, and you were like, I was like, get up. I'm awake. I've been listening to the fireworks. I was like, no, you're not. You've been like asleep since like 9.
Oh, they went off with the fireworks, so
Yeah.
they went off.
Yeah, that was cool.
Yeah, they did. Shit, that was better than a fireworks show.
Yeah,
They went off big time.
it was fun.
It was cool.
It was fun just to like see that and be like, okay, let's go back to sleep.
Just fucking sit in my boxes all day and watch TV and
That's
fucking
really what we
munch out.
did.
That was it.
Oh my God, that day was terrible, right? Like we ate so much crap, like a lot.
Yeah, that's
I
all.
I think for lunch we had hot dogs, and then
We
like
made
a bunch
chili.
of snacks.
I don't know. We just ate a bunch of
chili
shit.
dogs.
We had a bunch of shit.
And just a bunch of shit, man. It was cool.
Yeah, it was
I
nice.
enjoyed it. So happy New Year's. I feel like every year is a good time to like set new parameters for yourself and start fresh. I mean,
Was that new me, new year
New
or something?
year, new me.
Yeah.
Okay, first of all, we're not firing all cylinders today, okay? I woke up at 1 a.m. and couldn't go back to sleep. I don't know if you can tell, but I have a bit of a cold that's been going around. And this guy always gets up like super early.
I was at the gym at 3:30.
Yeah, you were up. I looked. You were up at 2:37.
Yeah.
Getting ready for the gym.
Yeah.
And I was like, okay, well, what do I do at 1? I just fucking read.
I went to
read a
turn
whole
on the
book.
lights, start banging the pans around, waking your ass
Sounds
up.
about right.
Yeah.
Sounds about right.
I told you I was gonna do that. Remember?
You did.
I told you.
You did.
Yeah.
Anyway, so if we're kind of like a little slow, just bear with us. So this time around, we want to talk a little bit about positive things that we learned throughout the year in 2023.
About lessons we learned.
Lessons, reflections
Reflections
if
of
you will.
2023. Yeah.
in 2023.
There's lessons. I mean, they weren't always positive, but we found the positive in them.
Well, the lessons are always positive, right? But I feel like the stuff that you have to go through isn't always pleasant.
Nah, learning lessons is always something tough. You don't learn unless it's something tough.
Yeah.
The majority of the time.
And I feel like it's always like you always have to fight against yourself to like not get crazy in the process. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
For me, it's like the lessons make me, while I'm going through the lessons, I get really spicy and I have to just like calm myself down. And
You spicy? Never.
I know, you wouldn't believe
Never. I don't even believe that.
it.
Who are you talking
but
about?
it's true, guys. It's true. And so for me, like that's been a thing for me where I feel like I have to get more discipline and I have to be more self-aware of things that are out of my control. Like you can't control what other people do or what they choose to do. You can only control the way you react to it.
No, but you could also control what leads up to it, like the what would I say, the structure of things. You know, if it's art, we could control the structure. You know,
Yeah.
that's a lesson we learned. We'll get to it.
Right. So coming
Yeah.
to that, one of the things that I feel like we learned a lot from is the salon. So
Yeah.
right. So it's Vanidosa Beauty Studios that we own, and then we also own Vanidosa Beauty Salons.
Yeah.
Right. So with the studio, I've been an artist for 10, 12 years, something like that.
Mm-hmm.
And then, or basically on our own, as business owners for 12 years.
I think it's longer than that now, babe. I think we say 12 years, and it's already been.
I keep saying the same shit for like years,
it's
right?
been like 15 years probably now.
I don't know. Let's call it 12 to 15.
Okay.
Not 15 because Teddy, our oldest, is 14. So I would say 12 years.
I would say
12, 13 maybe.
probably like 13.
In any case, so we've had the studio for that long. The salon, though, has been a new adventure that we started actually a year in March.
Yeah, it just kind of came up because there was a barbershop right next to our studio,
Mm-hmm.
and it opened up, and we're like, we have all the equipment from the school we were trying to open, so we're like, fuck it, let's do it. But we've never been in the hair industry, like, you know, a salon. We don't know hair. You don't do hair.
Right.
So it's something different. And it was just convenient, you know?
And I think that's kind of what led us to have that conversation about the spot. So they called us and they said, hey, so the person next door, like literally the suite next door,
Yeah.
is leaving. It already has the licensing for a salon, so that was easy. You know,
That made it super easy.
that made it. We already have the equipment. Boom,
Yeah.
easy. But honestly, I feel like the thing that we didn't think about is, are we willing to put our time into growing it?
I think we are. We just didn't have the time. We
Well,
haven't had
at
the
that
time.
time.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Like as usual, you jump into stuff head first and fucking have me tied to you and make me come along with you.
Oh, it's you can say no at any point. It's always my fault until
See the spiciness? See it? It's already coming out.
When it's successful, it's like, oh man, we worked together and we built this. But when something bad happens, oh, you know, it's because you jumped
That's
into
right.
it.
That's
and
right.
you didn't think ahead.
I was an unwilling participant.
Yeah. Let that be a lesson to you next time.
Nah, I'm just messing around. Nah, we both. I'm glad we did it. I think we'll turn it into something. It's just we haven't had the time and the energy to focus on it yet.
You know, I just don't believe in having no time. I think we chose not to put time into it.
You know, and it wasn't like you don't do hair. It's easy with the studio because you're a technician and you know it.
Right.
So it makes it really easy for us to
jump into
to
it,
jump
and grow
in
it,
and
right.
grow it and scale it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And the hair thing, we definitely could do. I know we could do it. It's
Like
just
the business part of
the
hair
business
place
part
is
of
what
it.
you're
We just
saying.
got to get the right people in, I think, and put more energy into it.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
what I'm saying. Like we needed what we should have done. I mean, of course, hindsight is 2020. So what we should have done is delegated responsibilities, right? Like set goals for ourselves. Delegated systems is what we've been talking about this whole time. And so what happened was that I was so focused in the studio,
Mm-hmm.
and we had a few hairstylists in there, and so everything was getting paid for. So it was like it's so easy, right?
We got comfortable.
We got comfortable. We got complacent.
Because nothing was coming out of pocket on our end at that point, you know.
Right.
So it was easy to get complacent, and we didn't have to exert the energy into the salon and divert it from the studio. So it made it really easy for us to get complacent.
And that is such a big issue with a lot of people, I think.
Yeah.
That complacency that you get where this is okay for now. That is a dangerous territory, because nobody tells you that complacency equals no growth.
Yeah, for sure.
So when shit hits a fan, which it did,
Mm-hmm.
so we had hairstylists in there, and we had a few leave, and so now what happens is that we're out of pocket for the salon.
Yeah.
But honestly, like, I'm grateful that we are learning a lesson from that.
No, it was a big lesson learned. And I mean, we knew though. We had talked about it.
But we knew. That's what I'm saying.
But we were comfortable not dealing with it.
Yeah.
We were comfortable, like I said, being in our own bubble with what we had going on, you know?
Yeah.
So we knew, and we knew how it was going to go.
Yeah.
We just put it aside and buried it, you know, a little bit.
Yeah, we were kind of like, oh, okay, we're taking care of ourselves. But had we like filled that salon in a year, I'm totally confident that you and I can fill the salon in.
Oh, yeah, it's going to be good.
We have 8 stations and 1 room.
Yeah.
Right? So I'm fucking confident that we can fill it.
Yeah,
but imagine if we had started when we first opened.
Yeah,
like with the same energy.
Yeah, for sure.
Man.
But it's one of those things you learn from lessons.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So to be honest, I'm kind of glad we're starting fresh, especially with one of the stylists. Like, sometimes the money's not worth the fucking the vibe kill and the headache. You know what I mean?
It's not. And so you, I have to. If you're not in this world, it's kind of hard to understand. But as an esthetician and a permanent makeup artist, which I am, we work completely different than hairstylists do. So to me, and it's my fault for like, you know, kind of not separating myself from it or whatever, but it was hard for me to kind of be in the hairstylist environment because we're so different.
Mm-hmm.
They're seeing like 2 or 3 clients at a time, and we only see 1 client at a time. And usually most of us either have a small space by ourselves, or we're like in an open environment, but it's a very quiet place.
Yeah.
You know? And so what I didn't try to learn is, how does this facet of the beauty industry really work? in terms of like getting to know hairstylists.
Yeah, it's different. I had no idea that it was so different. That's beauty. It's women and it's beauty. It's gonna be the same shit as here, but it's not the case. And especially you get the wrong person and they could totally fucking kill the place.
Yeah.
And I think we had one of the worst.
So we had let me warn you that anytime you see frosty blue eyeshadow on somebody, do not hire them. Do not rent from them. They're bad news. Like if you still have frosty blue eyeshadow, like you ain't growing.
Nah.
If you've been in the industry for 25, 30 years and you cannot grow to the point of not wearing frosty blue eyeshadow. I used to be a makeup artist, so like this is a big thing for me. But if you see somebody with blue frosty eyeshadow, do not rent them a station.
Yeah, and the money's not always the most important thing, you know?
No, it's not.
But we were comfortable getting the stuff paid for and not having to deal with it too much. And that's our fault. And but you know, lesson learned, we're gonna move on, we're gonna do better, bring the right people in and make that shit work.
And you know, like we definitely learned a lesson with that person. And you and I talked about this all the fucking time.
Yeah, to be honest,
all the time.
I wanted to get rid of her the whole time.
Yeah, but we had these conversations where like, okay, well, we're just gonna keep her, because we know she's gonna leave at some point. You know, and we were right. Like we talked about it, and we were right, but we still didn't do anything about it. You know what I mean?
Well, she was always paying late. And we knew, too, she was going to leave without paying the rent. We knew that was going to happen.
Yeah, so she ended up leaving with a week late. So a week not paying.
I'm surprised it was a week.
Yeah.
That would have been our fault. Yeah, I mean, it is our fault because we didn't have the system in place. And we were kind of laxy-daisy, let shit slide, you know? So that's completely our fault. You can't even blame.
Yeah.
Blue eyeshadow is going to be blue eyeshadow.
That's what I'm saying,
you know
babe.
What I mean?
You get it?
Yeah. We allowed it. So that's a lesson learned on our part.
And it's like, we allowed it. We talked about it. And we were like, okay, well, we'll just wait, you know? And then that brings us back into like creating contracts, right?
Yeah.
So I'm a firm believer, and I still kind of want to operate in this way, in a sense where like let's work together for a month, and see if you like it here,
if it meshes,
because it's not just about the money, and that's it's about creating a culture, which is something that you're always talking about.
You gotta have culture. You gotta have a vibe. If you have one wrong person in your place, it could kill the whole vibe, the whole culture of a place. They're like a cancer, and it just tears everything down. And we did a bad job at creating a culture and a vibe. Well, we have a good vibe in there. Like you go in, the vibe, everything. We just didn't create a culture, and we let the money like distract us from doing what we knew we had to do. You know,
we got complacent because stuff was getting paid.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Not again though.
No, not again.
No.
And so what happened? Like I still want to do that. You know, like I still want to see if we fit for each other. But after that month is over, like till the day, we need to be like, hey, we are okay with you staying. Do you want to stay? If so, here's a contract.
Yeah.
You know, and a deposit and the whole thing.
Yeah.
And I think what we didn't do also is not have a contract with the second stylist. And she also left without giving us 30-day notice, which is something we had talked about with her over and over.
Yeah.
And so we were confident in this person because we got along with her in this whole thing. So that's a couple of lessons we learned.
Yeah.
Right.
We let a lot of stuff slide.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? We were letting rent get paid late a little bit, and like because it wasn't breaking us. You know what I mean? So we let stuff slide, and I think that's a big problem. Is we let stuff slide. We didn't create the culture, and completely our fault. The whole thing is completely our fault.
Yeah, and so now moving forward, I think this puts us even in a better position than we were in the beginning. Because now we have these lessons, and I will tell you, that shit will not happen again.
Nah, it's not going to happen again.
I mean, of course, people are shitty, and shitty people are going to do shitty things. But those particular things, we'll try to safeguard as much as we can, because we're going in with our eyes open this time.
Yeah, I think we had our eyes open, too. We
talked about it.
We chose to ignore it,
right,
you know?
Right.
We completely chose to ignore it, because we were focused on this other side of the business. And that's how I was getting paid for. So we made that choice.
Yeah.
Knowingly. It wasn't like we were ignorant to it or anything. We knew.
Yeah. So I feel like we had 3 different hairstylists in there. And I learned a lesson. Honestly, a needed lesson, I think.
Yeah,
I think I really fucking needed that shit. I think I learned a lesson from each one of them.
Yeah.
So you can't blame somebody else for what they do. You can only blame yourself for the way you reacted and how you brought it on.
And how you allowed it.
Yeah. So like moving forward, now we know.
Yeah.
Sometimes you can't help those who don't help themselves. if they come in with frosty blue eyeshadow and all like demanding and just fucking being rude, and you know what gets me when people call their clients customers?
Oh yeah, you've
Like
talked
for
about
me,
that.
that's a fucking red flag.
And if they don't respect the other people in the place, you know, that
Then
was a
how
big
are they
thing.
gonna respect you?
Bringing people in and
Oh my
letting
god!
them like just like
Like it was their
completely
fucking place
like
and destroy it.
yeah. And there's other
Hmm.
stylists there. You know, you have to respect them.
Yeah. So a lack of respect. That's what she
It
had.
was lack of respect.
Yeah.
But I blame us,
Right.
and you know it's not gonna happen again. Not.
Damn it! It won't happen.
But honestly, I'm glad she left. I'm so fucking glad.
Yeah.
Like I don't even like I didn't even like going in there. That's how bad it was.
Yeah. And I didn't eat because every time I would go in there, like you and I both know how much time we put into it, how much money we put into it,
Hmm.
and to walk into something that you love and that you created with love,
Yeah.
and then you see fucking dye on the floor, which I know happens, but like a lot where there was no intention of cleaning it,
No, 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 no.
and dirtiness here, dirtiness there, things that can get you fined from the cosmetology board, like that is so selfish to do because you're around other people,
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah, it was a lot of disrespect towards other, not only us but the other stylists in there.
Yeah.
It was, but you know that's our fault, completely our fault.
Yeah. And so I think coming to that, we've also learned lessons that people have taught us by being potty.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Moving forward, we're gonna be more choosy, and it's not gonna be about the money. Like if we got to come out of pocket just to create that culture, it's
Yeah.
the culture is more important than the money.
Yeah. And like the saying is, it takes 5 years to even make a profit.
Yeah,
And it's like all across the board.
yeah,
So you just have to be okay with that. And I think at this point, honestly, like living through the salon for this last year and what we allowed to happen,
mm.
I think I'm okay with that. Like it
Um,
just is.
it hasn't been completely horrible, you know what I mean? But it's
Right.
just not what we want and not what we want to build for our brand, you know.
Yeah.
It wasn't like the worst. It could have been. I'm sure there's places that do
Oh,
it a
I'm
lot worse.
sure. I'm sure it could have been. It could have been worse.
We only had one. I'm sure there's some salons out there that have like five of them, you know.
Yeah, yeah, and the nailing on the walls and leaving stickers on the walls too that we have to repaint and take out.
I mean, that comes along with being like,
I know,
it comes along with it.
I know, but also not giving 30-day notice. I can go on, guys, as you can see. I'm not spicy about it
Oh,
anymore.
you were heated.
Yeah, it was really, but again, that offered me a chance to really deal with it, like
Hmm.
with my emotional part of it, and take myself out because I was really fucking mad.
Well, the worst part of it is it was during our slow time, so we're already like, like
Right.
we already got extra stress on it because it's the slow season. We have to like do stuff a little differently and all that, and then to add that little bit of stress to it, I think
Yeah.
that's what really caused the
Yeah, I think that didn't help.
yeah
But also too, that in itself is a lesson,
yeah.
I think. Like not being prepared,
Mm-hmm.
mayhap. We weren't prepared for the salon and
No, but that's
know what I mean?
that's part of business is getting over those hurdles because
Yeah.
you're always gonna have those fucking hurdles, and I think that's what separates the successful from the non-successful is being able to navigate over those hurdles. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
A lot of people see those hurdles and they just fucking stop.
Yeah.
But you got to take hits. If you're in business, you're gonna take fucking hits.
And so I think moving forward, like now we know.
Yeah,
And so now what we're doing is creating systems for the salon as well.
yeah,
That'll keep us hands off, but it'll make sure that we get the right people in there.
yeah,
Like they're gonna be vetted.
yeah.
You know?
We're gonna be more choosy for sure.
Yeah, I think that's important.
Yeah,
I think even choosing the people, and we talk about this a lot,
Mhm.
choosing the people around you, period, is important.
yeah. Just that's in personal life too. You know,
Mm-hmm.
you get one bad person there, it's a cancer. It like eats away at everything. You know.
Yeah.
So in personal, business, they're all just above the board, you know?
Yeah. But I think, like I said, like, you have control of your mindset. And for me, it made me do a lot of self-reflection.
Mm-hmm.
And what I don't try to do is blame other people for things that are happening or for things that I can control. And the only thing I can control is my mindset.
Yeah, exactly. The way you react, everything. But I think initially everybody wants to blame the other person,
Yeah.
blame somebody else. But then when you get time to really think about it, that's when you learn if you don't find the fault in yourself, then you don't learn the lesson, you know?
Yeah. And so I was still really fucking mad. I was
Mhm.
really spicy. When everything, so guys, everything happened like in December, right in the beginning of the month.
Yeah.
Um, so everything happened in the beginning of December, and it took me a while. But now, like I'm past it. But we have the lessons, and I'm okay with it now.
I'm
Like
glad it happened. We get
yeah,
to start fresh. We get to move forward with the lessons learned.
yeah.
You know,
And you don't get to choose when those lessons happen. You
lessons
don't, right?
lessons always happen in the fucking worst times.
Yeah,
You know they're saying when they say it rains, it pours. That's usually the way it goes. You know.
yeah. But I think that's also maybe the best time to learn about yourself and to really learn from what's the universe is teaching you.
Yeah,
You know.
for sure.
Some of the positive things though that we've learned or done in 2023,
Hmm.
I would say is expanding our team.
Yeah, that's a huge one. Getting teammates and just watching people grow, helping them grow. They're helping us grow.
Mhm.
It's just like a team effort, and I think we got some good people around us. It's fucking awesome.
Yeah, we do. And for me, as an educator, like there's nothing better than honing in on your skills and then teaching somebody else that. And seeing how you really created a really good system for what you do
Hmm.
because the other person can do it too,
Yeah,
you know?
yeah, yeah.
And so we have two junior artists at the studio,
Hmm.
and they're both growing, they're both flourishing as artists. And for me as an educator, like watching that is fucking awesome.
Yeah. It takes time when you bring new teammates on, especially if they're not new to the industry, but like don't have a how would you call it, like a established themselves as artists.
Mm.
It takes a little bit of time, and I know at times it could probably be discouraging for some artists out there, especially if you're just starting yourself. But it takes time. But if you get into the right place and you have a right team around you that want to see you grow, it fucking makes things so much easier and better, you know.
Yeah, it really does. And I think having that aggressive patience
Mm-hmm.
is so important. Like you have to you have to be patient.
Yeah.
And success isn't done overnight. And getting a good um handful of clients is not done overnight.
Nah, nah, not at
And
all.
and a lot of people don't want to do the work it takes, you know?
You can't just sit on your hands. You know what I mean? You got to get out there, hustle, fucking. It takes a lot. I had no idea before coming into this industry with you,
Yeah.
like what it took to be in the beauty industry. I thought it was a bunch of fucking women gossiping and fucking chismeando right there, you know?
I mean, that's just a perk.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
yeah.
That's what I thought it all was. Though,
Mhm.
they get to do little fucking cute shit, make money at the same time. They're living the life,
They're
you know?
living the life, yeah.
Nah, it's a lot harder than what I thought.
Yeah, I mean, to be successful and stay successful, I think it is.
Yeah,
To be mediocre is easy.
yeah, yeah.
Mediocrity is like super easy,
Mm-hmm.
and I see a lot of people fall into that trap. But I think expanding our team has been so exciting. This is so we've always kind of rented
Yeah.
stations before, but now to have commission artists
Mm-hmm.
under our belt and to be able to train them to the way that we like to do things,
Yeah.
like because we're perfectionists, we like we like to add a lot of value,
Yeah.
and to be able to do that and see them flourish and see our business flourish
Yeah.
is awesome.
Not only as artists, like Vanya, she's teaching classes now. That's fucking awesome.
Yeah.
Watching her teach what she knows how to do and she's good at it, and her being able to educate other girls in it is fucking cool.
Yeah,
Like it's cool.
it is. So that's part of the scaling we did in 2023,
Yeah.
right? I really like that. I think another thing that we kind of really did really well, I'm gonna
Mm-hmm.
say, or that was like a positive thing, is like you and I are learning how to communicate better.
Yeah. There's some days we still have issues, but you know what? Instead of being mad at each other for 2 days, we're mad at each other for 2 hours. You know,
Yeah,
and then we get over it.
yeah,
So that's I think that's a huge thing in the communicating. You know. But
yeah. And I think that's been a big deal because if you can't work, we work together.
Yeah.
So if we're like working together and I'm spicy or you're spicy or we're both having a bad day, it doesn't fucking help anybody.
Nah, like if you listen to the previous episode, we talked a little bit. We went into a little bit of relationship and working together, and there were when we first started, there was days we fucking be mad at each other for 2 days, and there was little talking,
Yeah.
and we learned how to kind of bridge that a little bit, and now 2 days is 2 hours, which is huge. It's huge.
Especially because, like I said, you and I are both fucking stubborn.
Yeah,
So to get two stubborn people to do some self reflection and talk to each other, It's really hard.
or say sorry.
Or apologize, which
Yeah.
some of us have a hard time, not me.
Yeah, if you want me to apologize every 5 minutes.
Anyway, but I think we're doing a lot better.
Yeah, I think we've done leaps and bounds on that end.
Yeah. And so this past year I think it's been easier.
Yeah.
Because of course we're learning more about each other.
Mm-hmm.
So I know the things that you like to do and like to be left alone about.
Yeah.
And so you're learning, and I'm having to tell you a bunch of times, but
Homie, please.
I like to be
please.
left alone when I'm creating something.
I have to show you how to do it though.
Oh my God, you don't though.
I have to show you because you're over here fidgeting all the babe. Just do this, do that. I got you, babe. Don't worry about it.
I'm okay though.
We create magic together.
Yeah, sometimes we do. Sometimes I just need to be left alone. So, but I definitely think we're doing better. You know, but it's like that book that we read. Going back to that book, I can't remember what it's called. A relationship book.
The Gottman
method
or something like that. I can't remember now.
You have to make constant deposits into your relationship bank.
Yeah, yeah.
So that when you have times where you're not at your best,
you're not at fucking negative.
You're not at
balance.
Negative, right?
Yeah.
But if you're constantly being negative or like constantly,
which is easy to do. It's real fucking easy to be negative.
Yeah.
You know, it takes work not to be negative.
It really does. And what's really hard is like self-reflection, man. That shit is hard. Like you have to come into who you really are, and I think for a lot of us that's hard, you know.
Mm-hmm. But I think that's one of the good things we've done. 2023. Can you think of any other things that you feel like personally you did in 2023 that was really good?
Just everything. No, so honestly, you know, and I'll continue to think of myself as a work in progress, but I've been trying to do more self-reflection and self-awareness.
I'm helping you with that. I'm
see,
helping you quite often with that.
You see what I have to put up with. Like, this is every day.
I always make sure to point out when you need some self-reflection.
Yeah, thank you for that.
Yeah, I told you I got you, babe.
Yeah,
I got you. We're gonna create you into a magical person.
Yeah. You're already perfect, huh?
I'm pretty close.
Yeah, it must be really hard. Anyway, I've been trying to do more self-reflection and really try to be more self-aware of things that how would you say, how I
react?
How I react, especially reaction time, man. Because like I can react in 2.5 seconds.
Oh, you're quick to get heated, quick,
man. Like my fuse is so short.
Yeah.
But it's not that I got longer. It's just that I don't let it get to the point where it can light my fuse.
Yeah, it's how you know what, we listen to this other couple every now and then on the podcast.
What is it called?
Get the Work Done or something like that. And it's
do the work.
Do the work.
Do the work.
Yeah, do the work. And they're a couple too, man. And that chick is spicy as shit. I think she makes you look calm. Yeah. But they're fucking fun to listen to, man. Yeah. Because they have their spats on the air and shit. It's fun.
Yeah. I think but that's the thing. Like it's not that my fuse isn't short anymore. It's just that I don't let it get to that. No, I'm trying not to. Yeah. Some things like if you catch me on that time of the month and I'm having a fucking weekend, it's the beginning of it, man. I like 0.2 seconds. I'm spicy. Yeah, and you know I have an issue kind of poking. I like fucking with you and poking a little bit. Oh my God, you do. I like the spice, but then sometimes you bring it on a little too much. That's on you though, babe. But I do. That's on you. I have my tacos right there. I'm just like fucking poking. Yeah, you do do that. I like it. I enjoy it. That's how I get my jollies. Yeah, he really is that guy though, guys. You're a fucking pot stirrer, man. You like to fucking pot stir. I'm a bit of an instigator. I gotta admit. You do. A little bit. Yeah, you do. Sometimes it's to your own demise though. You know, like that's up to you. Yeah, but I like doing it with other people too. Like I know. Stirring the shit up. I know. And then sitting back watching. And walking away. It's like you like the fuse, and then you're like, look at the masterpiece I just created. Yeah, yeah. So that is true. Yeah. But what about you? What's the one thing that you feel like you've done for yourself? For myself, you know what? Honestly, this year I went hard on the gym, and I was doing really good. This past holidays, since a little bit after Thanksgiving, I kind of fell off, and I think that's a loss that I'm taking right now. But I'm getting back into the routine because it's easy to get back into the routine because that became my routine. You know what I mean? So that was one huge thing because I always struggled with eating and doing that shit because I love my fucking food, man. I love fucking pastries and food. Yeah. So that was a really big thing for myself that I think I enjoyed, and it's like therapy going to the gym too. So
That's a big part. And then just kind of the construction's kind of dwindling down at the studio, so I get to focus more on like the content creating and
That's been really big for you.
and I'm taking a deep dive into videography, you know what I mean, to start making cool stuff, and I really fucking enjoy that, man. It's cool as fuck.
Yeah, and I think with the gym stuff, I think you've seen that you can do it. You saw how dedicated you can get and how in control you are of your food and everything. So like now it's gonna be easier to do it again
Yeah,
because you did it.
it's not a problem. It's just during the holidays I kind of like took a break, you know what I mean?
Yeah, and it doesn't fucking help that I'm like, okay,
Let's go eat.
let's go eat. What do you want?
You want a cookie, babe? I got a
No,
cookie
that's
for you.
not cookies because I don't eat cookies like that.
Yeah, but you indulge in what I like, you know what I mean?
We were having days, guys, where we were like already kind of sleepy, so like around 9, and it was on a weekend,
Mm-hmm.
and then you and I would be like, oh, you know what sounds good?
Some In and Out.
Some In and Out. So we would like pack our kids and go to In and Out, get home, and by that time it's like 10:30.
Man, I've been being a fat ass the past 2 weeks.
Yeah, for sure.
I lost the gains I lost, but I'm gonna get them back right now.
Yeah, yeah. I think this is as big as I've been in a while.
Yeah, I think so. You've been.
Oh, okay.
No.
Cool.
But you,
Cool.
but
Cool.
you're not big though.
Cool.
You're not big, but
what? See?
but you're
See, guys?
You're beautiful.
See?
You're beautiful.
What did it be?
A what?
BB.
Uh,
Beautiful. BBW?
BBW? Nah, you're not a BBW. Nah.
But I did gain like 10, maybe not much. I keep saying 10 forever, but maybe it's 10, 15 pounds.
You don't gain too much weight though, to be honest. You don't.
But I think it's time. I think it's time to really like get the weight down. Like, but like I'm conscious of it though. So
yeah, you're doing good, but I had lost a bunch of weight, but this past 2 weeks I put some back on. You know what I mean?
yeah.
It's coming off though. Tomorrow, New Year, new me.
Tomorrow. That's right. You
Yeah.
go, girl.
Yeah, no,
You got
no.
this.
Nah, I don't. None of that.
And then so this year too, we met a lot of awesome people.
Yeah, we got some really good people around us.
Right? I
Yeah.
feel like, man, like I found so many cool friends now where like we have an awesome relationship with their family, with them.
Yeah,
We get along with their husband, we know their kids and stuff like that. Like
and
it's
it's
fucking cool.
it's give and take. You know, it's not all one side. It's not a one sided
It's a
relationship.
give relationship.
It's a give. You know what I mean? Like
Mhm.
we all kind of how would you say, like, push each other, and it's
Yeah, like if one of us has questions about a business choice we have to make, or like maybe like a new product or something that we're doing, like we consult each
yeah.
other.
Well, in fact, we're gonna go have lunch right now after this with another couple, and they do business too, and they're good friends. You know, they became good friends.
Yeah, and it's awesome to see them grow.
Mm-hmm.
It's awesome to be not part of that growth, but it's awesome to have them think of you as support, you
Well,
know, and I love that.
It's cool to be able to bounce ideas off of people. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
Especially the couple. Like we've actually met quite a few friends that are couples in
Yeah.
business together, and that's a whole different dynamic than being in business by yourself.
It is. It really is.
Yeah, so being able to like just bounce and meet up together and all be on the same page is fucking cool. I like it.
And I think I've found like all the current friends that we have like in our circle, they're all positive. It's a give situation. Relationships are so easy, and they have like good values and good morals, and they're about family, business, and relationships first. You know,
Yeah, nobody's being
no drama.
no drama. Nobody's being an energy a vampire.
Vampire.
You know what I mean? That's fucking somebody fucking vampiring your energy. That's hard to
Yeah.
deal with. You know?
Yeah, well, that's in a give-take relationship, you know, instead of a give-give
Yeah, or one sided.
or one-sided
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
relationship. Yeah. And so I'm trying to get better. I think I've gotten really, really better since
Mhm.
getting to San Antonio, like seeing those relationships
Yeah,
and then kind of be like, okay, maybe that's not a good idea.
yeah, for sure.
And like this, man, I'll fucking just be like, oh, okay. Like that person's not in my circle anymore.
Yeah, you are quick to do that.
Yeah.
I've always been real choosy who I bring in my circle. So
Yeah.
like it's hard to crack my circle. You know
Yeah.
what I
I
mean?
think, I think you, period. Like you're hard to open up as it is,
Yeah.
you know?
Growing up, I only had a handful of friends. I wasn't like a guy with all kinds of friends and going out in this. I had a tight circle, and I always kept my circles tight because I've always had I always saw shadiness in people. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And if I saw something shady, I didn't deal with that person.
Yeah.
So,
So that kind of made you to get really like choosy.
And guys are different than as we grow up. Most guys still have their friends from middle school, high school.
Yeah.
We're not like guys are not like women. You guys make friends and like friends come and go. But guys, I think keep a tighter circle just in general.
Yeah, I guess I didn't have a lot of friends growing up because I was a really mean little girl.
Because you were
I don't
you
I
were
don't know
all
if you could tell.
you were gothic emo,
I was like really gothic and like with the black or white lipstick,
white
with
lipstick.
black lip liner, yeah. But I was just fucking. I was mean, man. Like I was mean and I was like straightforward. Who the fuck wants to hang out with that, you know?
Yeah.
And so I was like always an angry child. And so it wasn't until like now I think like in recent years that I've developed really good relationships that are healthy
Mm-hmm.
and that are good for me.
Yeah.
You know? And I think at the end of the day, like you do have to do some kind of self-preservation in that sense.
Yeah, you do. You have to protect your energy. You have to protect yourself. And if you have a family, you got to protect your family. You
Yeah.
have business, you got to protect your business.
Yeah.
So you kind of really got to be choosy on who you bring into your circle.
Yeah. And so I think now I am more like that.
Mm-hmm.
But this year we've definitely grown a lot of relationships. We've seen our friends go through things with their businesses.
Yeah.
And it's good to be a service to people like that.
Yeah, yeah.
You know, like have a good circle. It's cool.
Yeah, it's cool. It's cool to be able to bounce ideas we have and talk to other people about our problems, and them have some input on it.
Yeah, especially like when you're inside the business, it's really hard to see the forest for the trees.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and I've told you that like it's really hard for us to kind of step back
Mm-hmm.
and look at the big picture and how these small things affect the business at broad.
Yeah, yeah.
And so it's really cool to have friends that you can say like, hey, what do you think about this? And so because they don't know the industry that well, they're kind of thinking with their business hat on,
Yeah.
as opposed to a technician
Mm-hmm.
or a creator.
Yeah, yeah.
You know, so I think that's been like super helpful.
For sure. And I think you're doing a good job on just all around, babe.
Aww.
Like just general. I see the growth in you like quite a bit, just in general reflection, being more choosy on who you let in the circles and stuff. So I'm proud of you in 2023.
Oh, thank you,
And I think 2024 is gonna be even better year.
Oh, well, thank you. Well, I am proud of you and
Yeah.
everything else.
For showing you how to do stuff or what?
God. You guys have no idea. Okay, so this just happened yesterday. It was I wasn't spicy yesterday. I don't think I was regular yesterday. So I'm doing this thing. I can't even remember what I was doing. I was doing something on.
You're making a Canva or something.
I think I was making something on Canva.
Yeah.
No, it was CapCut.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Oh yeah. Oh guys. So these are apps that I have been using
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
for a while, mind you, for a while. And so he's like, oh, can you do this? So I'm like, yeah, so I'm doing this thing. And he's standing there looking at my screen, watching me do stuff, pointing stuff out, telling me where I can find stuff. And it's like, leave me the fuck alone.
You were asking me.
I was not asking you. You're such a liar. No, I didn't.
No, you asked me,
No.
and then I stood a little too long and then started telling you.
That was the second time.
No,
when
that
I
was
was
the
on the
first
phone. I'm talking about when I was on the computer. When I was in the computer, you're like just standing there. I'm like, oh, what? And she's like, nothing, just looking. It took 2 seconds for you to be like, oh, go here, go there. Oh, you don't think you can add this? Like, no.
That's a lie. It's a bold-faced lie. She's lying.
So maybe that should be a 2024 goal for you.
Yeah. What's that?
To let go of stuff and like let people do stuff.
Yeah.
You say I'm a control freak.
We're both fucking control freaks.
Yeah, I've been trying to let go.
You know what? You have done better. I've noticed. I haven't really thought about, but now that we're talking about it,
I have.
You haven't been fucking with me in my office as much.
I haven't.
Yeah.
And then when you don't do stuff, I pretend I don't see it. Have you noticed that?
No, I don't notice that because I'm doing everything.
Oh. Okay. Moving on. Moving on because I've had like 2 coffees. It's in the morning. I didn't sleep. Got to center myself.
Look at you all spicy. You want to fight her?
No, I don't even have the energy for that today, to be honest. So 2024 goals.
2024 goals. I think what we've talked about it, like the systems that we're putting in place, that's definitely one of the
creating systems.
Creating systems. And what are the systems? What do you think they consist of?
I think for me, organizing and making more lists.
The fucking lists are out of control.
Which, by the way,
the fucking lists are out of control.
Okay, he thinks it's out of control, but it keeps us on track.
Your notebooks got notebooks, homie.
Okay, so this is my notebook that I created. I called it the Beautypreneurs Quarterly Tactical Journal.
Is cool. I'm proud of you for that one. That was
Thank you,
fucking cool.
babe.
That one's
Thank
cool.
you. It
And that
is
was all
fucking
you.
cool.
I didn't. You
Thank
asked
you
my
for
opinion. I didn't jump in
that.
on that one. That was your
No, you
project.
didn't. You didn't.
Yeah,
I mean, I asked you here and there, but
yeah,
it was my project.
yeah.
And honestly, guys, like I creating systems is my jam. Writing stuff down, creating lists, I think keeps us on track.
Yeah.
So I think this is part of oh shit. This is part of creating systems, you know?
Let me see. All right, everybody, look it. Right there. Look it. We're gonna have honestly, we're gonna have this for sale.
Yeah,
we have to.
I
We
think
have
it's
to.
fucking awesome.
Yeah.
I think it's almost like doing a disservice not to share things.
Yeah.
When it works for you, you want to share it with the fucking world. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
I think it'll be out. I think we'll have it ready to go by the second quarter.
So he says second quarter. I think maybe late first quarter.
Maybe.
We'll
maybe.
see. We'll
Yeah,
see.
but
We have a lot of stuff going on.
It's gonna be really helpful to beautypreneurs.
Yeah,
And that's what it's called, the Beautypreneur Journal.
Beautypreneur Tactical Journal, quarterly tactical journal.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Get it right. But I think this is a way of creating systems. It keeps me organized with social media. I can create list upon list upon list upon list.
Yeah, yeah.
And so I even created a list of our 2024
Well,
goals.
you narrowed down the list because your list get out of control.
Yeah.
You were
So
able to
my
condense a
has
list into one spot.
Yeah. So my
Yeah.
list have a list. But I think creating systems is really important. So for me, this is really going to help me to just get more honed in on everything that I want to do. What is a system you think that you can work on?
I think I'm putting the inventory list in order right now.
Yeah, that's really important.
I mean, if you, I don't know, you probably, if you've been to our studio and you see my office, we have shelves and shelves
or
of
even
product.
on Instagram.
Or on Instagram, if you see any of the videos, we have fucking product for days. But I don't think I've done the greatest job of keeping track of the inventory. You know, we kind of.
I like that self-awareness now.
Yeah, yeah. See,
I like it. You're growing.
I'm teaching you.
Yeah, thank God.
Yes, that's why you're noticing, because I taught you self-awareness.
That's it.
But the inventory, just getting a system down for the inventory. That way, we're not scrambling to get stuff, and like when we're getting low, you know, I know ahead of time before we're low. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Because I still am a technician and I still see clients and stuff. Of course, it's frustrating for us if we need something and we take the last one, or we don't let you know so you don't know.
Yeah.
Or we order last minute, like, oh shit, we're out. Like, that's the worst feeling, you know?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, yeah. And then I've tried different systems in place. You know, I've tried, but they just didn't work out, and I wasn't consistent with it. So now I think we found one when we're gonna actually use one that with our online store and actually put everything into it and just run the system off of there, and put a whole like system for you guys when you guys grab something. So
that'll be really good for us.
Yeah.
I think that'll work like awesome. All around.
Yeah.
And then organizing our pictures. We have, what is it? We erased a bunch, but we're at 17,000.
When I'm trying to like do something on the computer and I go into the album to get pictures, I'm spending an hour looking for a fucking picture because there was 16,000 pictures in the album, and they're all scattered and nothing's organized. It fucking drives me nuts.
Yeah, and I think it also makes it hard because you're not the artist. So, like, as the artist, there's a certain way that I want the pictures, or I want my work to be portrayed.
Well, there's times I get tired of looking, so I find a good picture. And can you change it? I just spent fucking 2 hours looking for the goddamn picture.
I know, that's what I'm saying. Like it doesn't help that we don't have a better system in place for the phone. It adds a bunch of extra time.
It's gonna kill. It's gonna help with time wise for sure, and just organization, just overall.
Yeah, and I think it sounds like such a little thing to do. But it saves so much fucking time.
No, man. I waste so much time just looking for the goddamn material that we're going to put up. You know what I mean? So that's going to be huge. That's going to take a little bit, I think, because there's so much in there. It's going to take a little time to organize everything. But I think moving forward from now, we'll have that system in place and just go back and like catalog everything else. You know what I mean?
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
I think another thing, another goal that you want to hit on a lot, and you've mentioned it a few times, is your video and content creation and stuff like that.
Yeah, well, I'm taking a deep dive into it.
You really are.
Yeah, I'm fucking. There's some people out there just creating fucking amazing content, and I've always wanted to do it, but I never thought like I didn't have the time to like do the deep dive, or I didn't think I could do it. But I'm building myself up and like fuck it, you could do it.
And you're making time.
And I'm making the time to do it. So this 2024, I think our content's gonna go to the next level. You know what I mean?
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
I think I have to release a little bit of control.
Yeah, for sure. You gotta let go a little bit too.
I literally just said that round.
Yeah, self-awareness.
Self-awareness. That's what I'm saying. It's my self-awareness. Boom, 3 points.
Boom.
Boom. But I think I gotta let you do your thing. You know, because you're the visionary.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like I can visionary some stuff, but you can visionary other stuff.
Yeah.
You know, and so like their creative part really helps us move our business forward and lets us scale.
Yeah, and to be honest, I'm tired of following what everybody else is doing.
Yeah,
I don't want to do that.
You're pretty creative. Sometimes I do have to like bring you back a little bit.
A little bit. But I'm tired of like mimicking everybody else. You know, I want us to be the trendsetters and people to mimic what we're doing, because everybody seems to be doing the same shit, and I'm tired of looking at it. I'm tired of it.
I'm gonna create my own.
Yeah.
But I think the shit that you're doing with the videos is really cool.
It's gonna get better. I think I believe you. I'm barely starting to touch it, you know?
Yeah. And I mean, I don't know. It's amazing to me now, you know, because all I know is how to do what I've been doing for so many years. And so when you coming on and you're learning all these new techniques and you wanting to do it and use your creativity, I think is awesome.
Well, there's so much shit you could do in Premiere Pro, and you know the CapCut's cool too, but Premiere Pro you can do so much stuff. It's just it's technical, you know what I mean? It's very technical, and there's a lot of stuff you can do, and you have to learn a lot of it, you know what I mean? So it's time consuming, and it's doing something new. And you know when you do something new, you're never good at it.
Oh, I hate that.
So it takes a while to get it, and you're never like completely confident with what you're putting out because you're not good at it yet, you know?
Yeah. But I think you give yourself more grace in that. And so you're like willing to like learn it and start from fresh, you know?
Yeah.
Which is awesome.
For sure.
And then, of course, the Beautypreneur Journal is another goal.
Shameless plug,
which will be available later on this year.
Right? That's going to fucking help people, I think, just get organized and put some of the systems in place that we learned and that we're implementing, you know, especially the financial part of it.
Yeah.
I think that's fucking huge.
I think like we all need help. But a lot of us, especially like if you're new in the industry, you don't even know where to start. So all you know how to do is what you've done, which is like nothing.
Yeah. And the content calendar on there.
Oh, yeah. So I have a content calendar. I also have a, what do you call it? Ooh, here it is. A post planner. So, yes, list, and I plan everything. So there's an area where you can write down your posties with a caption and everything. So you're not struggling to come out with like new content and stuff. You already know what you want to get.
The thing is, when you talk about like you get these ideas for content and then you kind of like move on and do whatever else you're doing and you forget.
Yeah.
So that you just write down stuff and you have a roadmap to go off of, you know?
Yeah. Or like that even happens to us, like especially when we're on a road trip and we get to like have these long conversations, you know? We think of all these things that we should be doing, could be doing. And what we do now is that we write them down.
Yeah. Sometimes I wish we would just record our conversations because there's we come with good ideas.
Come out with gold.
And then I have the proof. I have the proof that I said something or you didn't say something. I'm
always right though. That time. But yeah, what's another 2024 goal for you? What do you think?
2024 goal. Well, obviously personal. You know, I want to get fucking ripped.
That's right.
Want to be super fucking ripped and fuck a muscle bro. You know.
A muscle bro.
I'll be like my boy Manny. Well, for real, that dude's fucking ripped, dude.
The Red Podcast.
Yeah, that's one of my goals.
Yeah.
So Manny, I'm coming for you, bro.
That's cool. I think you can totally do it.
Nah, I can. I just gotta.
And I think too, now that I'm on my shit too, like I'm like, okay, I had a really good fat year. I think I need to like get healthy again and stuff.
I think just cutting. We could do it. It's not a big deal. It's just we like to eat out, but that's part of our budget now that we're implementing stuff is cutting ourselves back on the. What would you call the self-indulgent stuff?
Yeah,
you know?
There you go.
Yeah.
Because, like, we don't buy a bunch of stuff for ourselves.
Nah, you don't got no Chanel purses and shit.
I don't got no Chanel purses or none of that. But I love to fucking eat, man.
Yeah.
But we're going to do better.
We'll limit it to twice a week.
Depends.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But and then how about you? What's your personal 2024 goal for yourself?
Just what I've said. I really want to work more on my self-awareness. I want to read more. So
That's a big one.
that's a big one.
Yeah.
Um, I want to, so I want to read at least 2 business books a month.
That's a lot.
Usually I only read one, you know. I'll read one and one or two, but I for sure want to do two this year.
Mm-hmm.
And then cuz on top of that, so last year I read 76 books or something. The only reason I know is because I go on Goodreads and I track it.
Look at you humble bragging.
But I do read, guys. I read quite a bit.
The book, you turned into a book snob.
Oh my god, I am a fucking book snob.
You turned into a fucking book snob. We went to man.
You're gonna bring that shit up?
I'm gonna bring it up.
Okay, really quick, fucking funny story.
Yeah, this is fucking hilarious. So we like a couple years ago we had read this book by Brahm called Crump. Well, there are a couple books by Brahm. He's a badass.
We read 4.
He's a badass author and artist, right?
Amazing.
And one of his book is called
creator.
Crumpus. So she brings up, she's looking for book clubs and she finds this one that says The Wife of Crumpus. And she tells me it's a play, like a spin-off from Crumpus. So I thought it was going to be a cool fucking book club, right?
Okay, guys. Okay, I'm going to stop you right there because you're already lying.
No.
Babe, I did not tell you.
You told me.
No, you're the one that said, oh, maybe it's going to be like Brahm. And I was like, I don't know. I've never heard of this book club. And they had some, and it didn't, like the flyer didn't have like anything weird on it.
Yeah.
So I was like, oh, Crumpus. And then you're like, oh, maybe it's like Brahm. And I was like, oh, I don't know. And I didn't know what it was.
I think I let you convince me that it was going to be like Brahm.
That's not fucking true.
So we go to this, right? We get the book, and it's a fucking romance book with some, like, fucking, some chick is boning down Crumpus. On a different fucking planet.
So it's what do they call it? It's smut. It's
sci-fi romance or I don't know.
Sci-fi romance, but romance is not romance. It's smut. It's
yeah, it was like
it's like sexy time.
It was fucking weird.
So
it wasn't that horrible. I ended up reading it because it was a short read, but it was weird, and I'm like, fuck. And we went to go to this book club, and I was already like, fuck, I don't want to go. But at the same time, I was curious to see what type of people were there. I was super curious.
I kept telling you, and this is because, so this is how it comes up. I'm a fucking book snob, right? And I didn't realize it. Self-awareness. Thank you, babe, for that, for calling me a book snob.
Uh-huh.
But when I started reading it, because I read it first,
yeah,
I was like, oh, maybe we shouldn't go to this.
I thought it was gonna be a room full of fucking like hot Thelmas from Scooby Doo. Like, fuck yeah, I'm gonna go. And
yeah,
it wasn't that.
It was not that.
Nah, it wasn't that. But it was cool. It was nice. I was the only fucking guy in there too. I felt like everybody, like I was invading their space. You know what I mean? Like I could tell
their safe space.
I could tell I made some people uncomfortable. Because it's a women thing, and it's smut. So they're talking openly about like sexual stuff, and there's this fucking guy in there. You know what I mean? So I think maybe that's just how I see it. But I think I kind of intruded on their personal space on that. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and there was only one girl that was like really cool. The one that was on your left.
Yeah, she was cool as shit.
She was so cool and like she was funny and stuff. But okay, so they're talking about these things about the book, and I'm like, oh my god, I'm fucking rolling my eyes, right? Because I'm like, first of all, it's a 250-page book, okay?
Yeah.
And they're talking about character development. There was no character development. Like the character development was, oh, I like him. Oh, he's sexy. But no, he's not. I mustn't. I gotta go back to Earth. Like, shut the fuck up. There's no character development.
Yeah.
Okay, there's my rant.
And there was a couple people in there who were super fucking wokesters. I can't deal with that fucking woke bullshit. I'm sorry, but I can't. you guys might not like, but I can't deal with that woke shit.
Well, I just like not everything has to turn into a thing
or race or fucking,
a race thing and a political. Like we're talking about a fucking alien.
Yeah, it gets annoying.
Who's fucking some chick from Earth. And they're whatever.
But I'll tell you one thing I did learn from that book.
What?
I wish I had a fucking tail.
Or a forked tongue.
Oh, if I had a tail, it'd be on.
But honestly, like, I'm going to go ahead and rate the book right now. I rated it like a 2-star. I know, but I'm a fucking book snob. Like, it has to capture something in you. And even like the sexy times in the book, there was like 2 sexy times.
The book was whatever. It was a short read, so it was easy and like whatever.
It wasn't easy.
I was genuinely curious about the type of people that are reading that book, though. So I enjoy going to that.
Okay, so this is what I'm saying. Like your curiosity sometimes is cool, and your creativity sometimes it needs to be real black.
But I thought it was gonna be a bunch of hot Thelmas in the room. I'm like, oh man,
I've met these women before. Yeah, see, and I go to a regular book club every month. and we're just regular gals and stuff. But the girls, a lot of the women who read smut is because they're possibly not getting smut at home.
I don't know. It was all right though. It was a different
It was an
experience.
experience.
Yeah, it was a different experience. Would I go again? No. Would I read that like, those types of book again? No. But
Yeah, that's not really my thing either.
but it got me out of my comfort zone. You know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so going forward,
Mm-hmm.
I will be doing more research.
Yeah. I don't fucking care. I'll show.
I know you will. I
I'm
know you will.
fucking. I'm weird. I like doing different shit.
See,
You know
but
what I mean?
and you do, and I'm like, I applaud you for that round, but at the same time, like I don't want to sit there talking about character development of some fucking like alien that was so ridiculous. What is a character development? Like, there's no fucking character. There was no world building. See,
This
there I
your book
go.
snobbish coming out.
You
Your
guys
book
heard it
snobbish.
first. It's
Yeah,
coming out.
super book snobbish.
I am. Like, I'm not a snob about purses or anything, but don't read a 200-page book and talk about character development when it's just a chick from Earth fucking some alien. I'm just saying.
We're not gonna get invited to any book.
No, we're
clubs.
not.
Nah, you're killing it.
Well,
You're
just
killing
the one that I go to.
You're killing my fantasy of going to a fucking room full of hot thermos and reading books.
You have seen it is like quite the opposite of that.
I'm gonna find a book club like that. We're gonna find one. You're
gonna ruin somebody's safe space.
Yeah, it's all right though.
So in 2024, we're gonna find. So we go to a business book club with Sam.
Well, we have it at our studio most of the time.
Yeah.
So
she's gonna be having it at other places, which is like really cool. So that's what we can do together.
What, Sam, our place isn't good enough for you, or what?
So that's what we can go to together. But it would be cool if you read novels. I know you're more into like the nonfiction and stuff.
I like more like self-help and I like esoteric books. That's my shit right there.
Yeah, you like
the
that
super
stuff.
esoteric shit.
Mm-hmm.
Like fucking, I'm fucking used. I don't think most people, they see me and they probably wouldn't think, but I read like fucking super esoteric shit. I like all that fucking I like philosophy and all that stuff, but the esoteric shit, that's my jam right there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That is your stuff.
Mm-hmm.
What are your personal goals for 2024?
Well, the gym.
Oh, right.
Being ripped like my bro Manny.
Being ripped. And family goals too. Like I wanna possibly maybe like second quarter, maybe third quarter, probably third quarter. I wanna have like one day when we go home like at 2, and I wanna cook like a meal.
Yeah.
You know,
like
it's nice like listening to a book and like cooking and stuff, and I want to make something different. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and another one of mine is the content creation. I don't want to do it just for the business. I want to do on my own page, my own shit, different stuff that I'm interested in. You know what I mean?
Okay, yeah.
Apart from the business.
Yeah, like just for you and for your creativity.
Shit I like. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Just for what reason? No reason. Just because I like it. You know?
Shit, you like it.
Yeah, that's it. That's it.
That's cool.
Yeah.
And so, what's a win for you this week?
Win this week off. It's the website.
Yeah, you've been hitting that website hard.
The fucking website. So we've been switching platforms quite often, looking for the right place to build a website, and we get into it and we figure out this isn't gonna work for us, so we end up switching, and it's never been like, it seems like it never gets done because we always find something that doesn't work, and we keep hitting roadblocks in that thing. And we were talking to Matt, actually, the guy here from Peachtree, and he was talking about WordPress. I've always heard WordPress, but I never looked into it too much. So I started building on WordPress, man, and I get to fucking like just be creative. I can build it the way I want. I'm not stuck to templates and you go out, because we were building like on Square and all those areas, and you're like really stuck to the way you could build it and the stuff you could do. So I'm fucking able to do what I want the way I want, and it's fucking I'm excited about it. I used to dread just going and starting and like, fuck, man, I don't want to do this. It's one of those things,
Yeah.
But now I'm hitting it hard. It's getting done like quick, and I'm excited about doing it.
Yeah, and I think like your creativity is really showing on there. And if you look at the website we have now, which I built from like a standard thing, it's like, here are the facts, here are the browse, join me, make an appointment,
Yeah.
And so yours is a little bit more creative, it's a little bit softer, so I think that's more of our brand.
Yeah.
It's more of the essence, the vibe that we try to capture. So like, I think you're fucking killing it. It looks awesome.
Yeah, it looks good. And sometimes less is more. I think people get information overload.
I don't.
And I want to, like, I've been telling you this for a long time. I want to go when we have information. I want to do video format instead of all written format.
Yeah.
Because I think video is the best way to get the information out there.
Yeah.
I mean, we're gonna have still some written format and stuff like that, but I think video is the way to go.
And I think like I've been trying to let go of that a little bit more, Because I like the written format. I like a bunch of information, but I'm letting your creativity come through, and like I'm just like, okay, he knows what he's doing. He's doing a great job, and I just gotta like
I had a
trust the
battle for this.
process.
I had a battle for this. We went through some battles, but we found our lanes.
That means that's working together. It's not a battle. It's working together.
Okay.
You're like, I don't have the energy right now.
Yeah.
So
like I said, we're a little off both today, a little slow. So
I'm on fire now. The coffee's kicked in.
is it? I'm a little slow now.
So the win for me this week.
Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't ask you. I'm sorry, babe. What's your win for the week, babe? I know. I got you. I'm a little slow.
You ain't got me.
I got you. Babe, what's your win for the week?
Oh, thank you for
I'm really
asking.
interested in hearing what your win is. Let us know.
My win for the week is the Beautypreneurs Quarterly the Beautypreneurs Quarterly Tactical Journal.
Shameless plug.
Shameless plug. Available.
Not yet.
First quarter
will
of
be.
the year.
Will be.
Yeah. So we're doing other projects and stuff, but honestly, like getting it
Oh,
and finally.
Oh my God, man!
Another story.
So you bugged the shit out of me on the tracking on this thing.
Yeah, I did.
You were like fucking waiting by the door for it to come in.
I sure was.
So I had it printed.
Sure was.
I had it printed a couple weeks ago.
Mm-hmm.
Something like that. And every day, babe, is it coming in? Is it like, babe, I barely put it for fucking out for print. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. You were on it, but you were super excited to get it, and I was excited watching you get it.
So just really quick, I told you to send me the shipping information so I can track it myself. You just wanted me to come and ask, hey, Daddy, will you give me that shipping
That's right. Especially the daddy part. Oh, pitudo.
Oh, my okay.
That's my new phrase I'm using.
Okay. That's nice. So you could have just sent it to me. You could have just sent me the tracking and I didn't have to bug you. But no, you wanted me to ask you, babe.
It's that poking. It's my poking thing. I like poking.
With your tail.
I like it. Oh, if I had a tail, it'd be on it, cracking.
Yeah, so we finally got it in. And we finally got it more or less like I wanted. Very little adjustments. Mm-hmm. So I think it's ready.
Yeah.
And I'm really excited. So that's my win, getting it in my hands and utilizing it. Because before this, I had essentially this, but I had it like all over the place. And then I got it together and I printed it out. But now it's like in a journal form and it's super cute. And I had it made like just for me with quotes that I like in there from books and stuff.
I was excited to see you get it. I know I was messing with you, like, fuck, leave me alone. But I was actually excited to see you get it. Because I know how hard you worked on it.
Yeah.
And you have your list all over the place, but you condensed it into one thing that you can use. So.
And now it's the Beautypreneurs Quarterly Tactical Journal available.
I'm proud of you on that, babe. I know you put a lot of work into that.
Thank you, babe. Thank you, babe. Yeah, so that's it for today, guys. I hope all your dreams come true in 2024. I hope that the changes you choose to make them a habit, create habits out of them. They stay with you, and anytime you have new goals, it doesn't have to be the beginning of the year. Yeah. It can be fucking March. It can be July. I hope that whatever it is that you're doing goes really well, and I'm sending everybody positive vibes.
Yeah, make sure you guys like and subscribe and leave some comments. If you guys have any feedback for us, let us know. All right.
So again, I'm Claudia. You can find me on Instagram as Vanidosa Beauty or Facebook. On personal Facebook's Claudia Seves. Mr. Round?
Lee Boy Savage on Instagram, and that's about it. I ain't got too many. Or TikTok too. I think it's the same name. Yeah. I'm not really on there too much.
All right, guys. Well, Happy New Year, and we'll see you guys soon.
It's a late Happy New Year. All right. Peace.